Hello, this is Jenny with Spring Into Sales, and I'm doing 6 website tweaks review for Donna's website. Donna's been attending the website tweaks online boot camp, and we're doing 6 website tweaks for her. So I know Donna, this is Donna's revised website, and I can see that she's been working pretty hard on implementing some new ideas into a website. And I think she's done a really good job of this. So I'm going to go into some things that I think might be just ways of increasing conversion. And just remember that as someone is coming to your website, Donna, it is the stranger that's coming to the website. So I'm looking at it from a stranger's perspective. So the first tweak I would suggest is that you have many items up here: home, wish list, my account, shopping cart, checkout, and the shopping cart here. And I've already popped something in the shopping cart because I wanted to have a look through. And this is really valuable real estate up here. I would recommend that you don't fill up that top line, that you may not want to fill up that top line with this kind of real estate. The reason is that this person is the stranger. They're not interested in a wish list or an account or a shopping cart or checkout. At this point, they're still trying to decide, well, does she have what I want? You know, they've come on here from probably Googling or something like that, and they're still in this website really even worth staying here? Should I stay on this site or should I click over and go somewhere else? And so you've got between 3 to 7 seconds to keep them here, to get them to look a bit further. I would suggest not to use up this top line and even this second line for these things. I would suggest if you want to leave your shopping cart here, it's a pretty standard place to have a little shopping cart, but just pop the little icon there so that when the cart is filled, that you can get to it easily. That's okay, but I would recommend you actually take all these things off here and they don't appear on this area of the shopping cart. All these things are really handy when you're getting pretty close to checking out. But I think on the home page, I think it's too much for the home page. Also, here as well, it's the same thing. That top first line, that's a lot of real estate. It's actually 2/3 of your banner is taken up with that. So tweak number 1, I believe, is to drop all those things, remove them all off that place there, and either keep it open, or the second tweak would be to take your USP, or you know what your differentiator is, and pop it up there. Like I said, it's really valuable real estate. You've actually taken up a lot of real estate with your name, and until you're a really well-known brand, your label is not consequential yet. It's not a big label, so it's not something that you want to use up a lot of real estate on your website with yet. So see how you've actually got quite a lot used up there. I would possibly even sort of squeeze it over there and use this area up here and pop your USP up there. Okay, so that's 2 tweaks for you, because we need to get in there, and when we come in as a stranger onto the website, we just want to know, is this site worth staying on? If it's not, vip, off I go. All right, so we've got 7 seconds, 3 to 7 seconds to get them and to keep them there. Hey, this is worth staying on. You were looking for beautiful fabric pieces or something like that. Okay, so that's my suggestion there. Now, the third tweak is the search button. It's quite interesting about whether search is really a valuable thing to have on a smaller website. Yes, if you're on Amazon, absolutely we need to search for things because it's a gigantic e-commerce site, and if we don't search, we'll just never find anything that we're looking for. However, we're coming to a smaller website, I'm actually not sure that it's that important. It's interesting because we tend to use the search on our own website when we're hunting around for something, but what we find is searching on the stranger coming in and looking around your website, well, they may not need it yet. Now, how you could check for this is have a look at Google Analytics and get to see how many people actually use that search button there, that search box there. And if you find that nobody's going there, I would actually remove it and again use that space for more valuable things. It's valuable real estate. Okay, so that's essentially 3. That's probably, we could count that as a 4 tweaks, but okay. So the next thing I had a look at was, so I'm the stranger, I've come to your website, I like what I can see here, this looks interesting. So I'm going to have a look at tops. Now I could click here, I could click there, and it's a little bit confusing about where I should click. So I would suggest to you again, look at Google Analytics and see where people are clicking. Are they clicking here? Or are they clicking down there? Unfortunately, some websites you don't go anywhere by clicking on the image. I like that your images are hot linked. That's great. I would suggest that you actually say shop tops over the image. Shop dresses over the image. Right? And then you could even remove this line down here. So watch Google Analytics, see where people are clicking on, and keep that and get rid of the other. But don't get rid of your images. If they're not clicking on the images, it's probably because they're not understanding that they're actually hot linked. Okay? So that would just be my suggestion, is remove these, just as an idea, and actually pop them on the image, or keep them there and put words over those images. Free shipping over 100. At the moment, it's actually not that important because we're not even sure if we even like your clothes or not. So I wouldn't put that over that image there. I think it covers up the image, and also it's like, well, shall I click on that? You see how the image is clickable, but that's not. Free shipping over 100 could actually be something small that sits under the cart. Okay, so let's say I click on tops. So there's about 5 tweaks there for you so far. Now, when I click on tops, you've got me interested, right? So I'm a stranger. I've come to your website. It's like, oh, this looks interesting. And I click on tops. I want to see tops. I don't want to see a heading of newsletter. I don't want to see email address and name. I don't want to see the word subscribe. And I see this, but I click on it and it's like, well, hang on, that's not going anywhere. When I click on tops, I want to see tops. That's what I want to see. So that all of this should be what sits right at the top of this category. See, what's happened is we're moving into a sales funnel at this point. Imagine if you walked into a shop and you said, hey, look, I'm just here to look at shirts, and somebody says, oh, yeah, but look at these dresses here. No, I said I wanted to look at shirts. So see how frustrating that might be? When somebody clicks on tops, give them tops. Don't give them tops and some other stuff. Give it to them straight away. Don't make them hunt around for it. So now when I scroll down, when I look at tops, oh, this is interesting. When I clicked on this earlier today, maybe I'm imagining things. When I clicked on this earlier today, there are actually things other than tops on there. Let me see, maybe I was imagining, or maybe you've gone in and changed things since I was working on this. Okay, let's see. Maybe if I click on this top. Okay, so I click on this one. See, I automatically think that's tops because, you see, it's got shop tops here. And I know that doesn't say shop tops there, but that looks like a dress and that looks like shop dresses. You see how I'm sort of doing a bit of a guesswork here? We never want anyone to have to guess on our website. So I clicked on that because I thought, oh, that's tops. But when I go in here, I actually don't get tops. I get dresses and shorts and everything. So it's a little bit confusing. And I get these items along the top. So now I've realised that that actually wasn't tops, even though I sort of thought it was. You see where what's confusing for me here? I've sort of gone, oh, that must be tops because that's shop tops there, and that must be dresses because that's shop dresses there. Okay, so just be careful when you click on the shop tops, make sure that's exactly where people go to and that's all that they look at. You already have your other menu items down there, so it's obvious that there's other things available. But I would remove this image. I'm not sure the importance of this image. I'd remove your newsletter. I know you want people to subscribe, but you haven't quite wooed them enough for them to subscribe yet. You might pop your newsletter actually, well, you've got your get $20 off your first purchase, and that is a newsletter. So that's already there. Okay, that's already the enticement to join the newsletter. So you actually don't need this one here. Now, I have a question about the product compare, and I'd like you to keep checking on Google Analytics and seeing how this works for you. A lot when I'm shopping for fridges and technology products, but I'm not sure. There's things that are slightly different, but I'm actually not sure that it is worth you having it on your site. Even to the point that you actually may find it is distracting and stopping people from buying what they want. See, why I say this is when I look at this, I can see that that is the Alicia silk dress in black, which actually is the same as that one, but that's a different colour. That looks totally different. That to that. That looks totally different to that one, which looks different to that one. I actually don't really need to compare them. I can see the pricing. I can see the different styles. I really don't need a comparison across those. So I'm thinking that this sort of feature here is a distracting and unnecessary feature for your website. Like I said, I have used product compares before. I actually ran it through the compare to see what it was like. I think you could take it off. I think you want to just, if somebody clicks on dresses, you want to get them straight into the dresses and get them looking at the dresses and engaged in deciding, oh, I like that one. I'm going to do a quick look at that one. That looks great, or might do that one. But I don't really think you have to do the compare option here. So the way to test this is you can set up a conversion in Google Analytics where you can, firstly, you can see how many people actually use a compare button, and then you can set up a conversion that says, right, well, if they use a compare button, how many of them actually order? All right, and if you people are comparing and then ordering, hey, just ignore everything I've just said. But if they are not, in fact, they're comparing and then they're leaving the site, then you might want to actually remove this compare. To me, it's added information on the page that doesn't support somebody buying a product, doesn't make it clear for people. We always want to be clear about what we do. I've got a bit of a thing about wish lists as well, because I used to have wish lists on my website, but now I actually wonder how many people are using them. But anyway, so I would even sort of say take that off this box as well. If people are doing a quick view, just make it really, really simple for people. Don't overcomplicate things. Okay, so that's probably about 6 tweaks, but I'll add one more because I just thought of one more thing. Now I'm going to have a quick view and then I'm going to look for details. And look, mostly I think that everything is really in line and just so much better. I like the fact you've got a colourful add to cart button. So I'm just going to make a comment about reviews. I know it's hard to get people to review. I recommend that you work super hard to get some reviews on your website, because boy, those reviews can be so powerful. Now, one of the ways that you can do that is just to email out everybody who has bought something from you, whether it's been on the website or some other way, and just said, hey, how's your dress working out for you? How's the item that you purchased going? And they may come back, and just in a very casual way, and they may come back and say, oh gosh, I just love it. I've been meaning to buy another one, or yeah, it's okay. And then if they come back and say, oh, I really love it, just say, you could do two things. You could say, I would you mind if I actually popped a review from you up on my website? Would that be okay? I'm just going to put exactly what you've said in here on the website and just pop it in, okay? Or you could say, would you mind, it would really help me out. Here's the link to the website of that product. Okay, just make it really easy. Give them the link for that product. Just that'd really be great if you wouldn't mind popping an honest review on my website for me. It's a brand new website. And then try to do that. Now, I personally don't like people buying reviews. I think you need to get them honestly. However, if you are just getting no reviews, then the other thing you could do is, if you've gone down that path and it hasn't worked, one of the things you might want to do is say, look, brand new website, the review button is looking very sad there. Anyone who does a review in the next, period of time, you're going to go in the draw to win a $200 voucher. But please make sure your review is honest. Honest reviews are super important, and we can read through a review that's not honest. So that would be my suggestion: is really, really work hard now to get those reviews up, because you've got lots and lots of other things on your website that are working really well for you. So they would be my suggestions. So that would be 6, or I think it might have been 7 tweaks for you there. And but most importantly, keep an eye on Google Analytics and see what's going on. And if people are clicking in places and then you're not getting the order, then that gives you an indication, there might be something there that's kind of holding things up. Okay, thanks a lot. This is Jenny with Spring Into Sales. And if you'd like more details about website tweaks and how to design up your website so it converts, then I've got lots of information on my blog for you at springintoSales.com.